Hello everybody. It's been a while. I know. Yeah, my glasses are reflecting off the computer. How annoying. I know it's been a while. Thank you for all the cards and everything. I've got a news item here, and it's interesting because we knew there was some CSA in Alaska in, a small town, but none of the survivors, I messaged them several times asking what town, and I didn't hear from them. So, but now we know. Now we know. This article is October 31st, 2025. Trigger warning. Another sicko JW Pervo. And I'm probably going to mispronounce the name of the town. Kenai. Kenai man indicted for sex crimes during time as church leader. And you know where this is going, don't you? Yep. On October 30th, a Kenai grand jury indicted 45-year-old Aaron Scott Merritt on multiple counts, charging him with sexually abusing 4 girls between the ages of 5 and 14. I hate reading these stories because they're so sad. Who were congregants of Kenai's Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses. Yes. And, Jehovah's Witnesses always say, oh, well, it's an isolated case. They weren't really a Jehovah Witness. Yeah, well, listen to this part. According to the Alaska Department of Law, the sexual abuse took place over a 4-year period between 1998 and 2002 when Merritt served as a ministerial servant in the church. So yeah, he was a JW and he's a pervo. Merritt was charged with 6 counts of sexual assault in the first degree, 1 count of sexual assault in the second degree, and 4 counts of sexual abuse of a minor in the first degree, 8 counts of sexual abuse of a minor in the second degree, and 1 count of sexual abuse of minor in the third degree. Initially, there was 1 instance of abuse reported to the Kenai Police Department in 2002. However, investigators were unable to compile sufficient evidence to support prosecution at that time. Since then, new information and evidence, including additional victim reports, led to the case being reopened and investigated by the Kenai Police Department in 2021. The Department of Law's Office of Special Prosecutions presented the case to the grand jury. This arrest is the result of persistence and determination by our investigators, said David Ross of the Kenai Police Department. Even after 2 decades, we remain committed to pursuing justice and holding individuals accountable for their actions, no matter how much time has passed. Good for them. The Kenai Police Department expressed sincere gratitude to the victims for their patience, strength, and willingness to come forward even decades later. Yeah, thank you. You guys are our heroes. Their courage in sharing their stories was instrumental in this case, the department noted. If convicted at trial, Merritt faces a maximum sentence up to 99 years of imprisonment. He was arrested on October 30th and will be arraigned on Monday, November 3rd. The investigation remains active and ongoing. The Kenai Police Department encourages anyone, okay, so if you know of anyone who was in this congregation during that time period, and knows anything, the Kenai Police Department encourages anyone who may have additional information or who believes they may have been a victim to contact the KPD at 907-283-7879. And I want to thank the person very much who sent this to me. Very much appreciated. And I will put the link down below so that you can read it yourself. And please share this. Please share this. Very much appreciated, because the more that we can get this news out, the better. And I have already given this information to the investigators that I am working with. And so we very, very much appreciate, all of you giving us this information that we can pass on. and help, you know, and hopefully these victims, they can get some therapy and some justice. That's the big thing. And that's the biggest part of it, especially when, you know, they know they're going to have a fight against Watchtower, because Watchtower comes in with their big bad lawyers and tries to intimidate people and lie through their teeth. You know, it's just disgusting. So you all have a wonderful weekend. Bye.